So here is the first story, and this way we can have both Roxy and Mike being able to talk here, should they choose. This is a rumor comic book movie. The rumor is Avengers Doomsday wraps shooting much sooner than we anticipated, and why it's good news. As excitement continues to build for Avengers Doomsday, we have a big update on when the movie wraps shooting, and it's quite a bit sooner than we expected, ahead of its release in theaters next December. Avengers Doomsday was originally scheduled to be released in theaters next May. With it and Avengers Secret War set to film back to back, there were concerns, and Marvel Studios was rushing the Russo brothers to get the guaranteed blockbusters out in time. Well, they've both since been postponed to December 2026 and December 2027, respectively. That's going to give the Russo brothers plenty of time for post-production VFX work and reshoots, the latter of which will be led to major changes for the movies at Marvel Studios continues to figure out how to end the multiverse saga. Doomsday, which started production without a complete script, began filming in the UK in April, and several actors, including Chris Hemsworth and Alan Cumming, have since confirmed that they're done with their scenes. Now, Daniel Rickman is reporting that the movie will wrap as soon as this week. This may mean we'll get something in the coming days to announce that the work is done on the movie. Crucially, Avengers Doomsday now has plenty of time to be perfected by the time it's released next December. That's good news. Though we'd bet on reshoots being factored into this lengthy post-production period, those will likely help Marvel Studios work around certain actor schedules and change key elements that make the movie better fit whatever the Russos come up with for Avengers Secret Wars. Earlier this year, Joe Russo said, "It's all in London. We're shooting them fairly back-to-back, and it's a lot of work. Again, we may or may not survive. We'll see. But we are very excited about it. We found a way into the story, and we think it's going to be challenging for audiences, challenging for us to execute, and it's exciting for us. It gets us out of bed to do it." I mean, that would probably be giving too much away. I think we're always looking for new faces because there's always new stories to tell. I think these movies are going to be a surprise. And then Shang-Chi actor Simu Liu, meanwhile, has shared an admittedly unrevealing photo from the Avengers Doomsday set. I think Jennifer Garner sent something today too, by the way. Saw something. Okay. So this is good news, I think. Roxy, right? Because if you're done already, it's pretty much what the article hints. If you're finished and you're wrapped within a week, that gives you so much time to hit that release date. It gives you so much time if you're in the middle of editing and you say, "Oh, you know what? We need this shot. Our reshoots are set for this. This is what we need to get." It gives you a lot of time and probably gives you some time to breathe. No?
I took this the absolute opposite way that you took this.
Okay.
I haven't been concerned about this movie, but to me, shooting a movie like this without a finished script is like one of the scariest things you could say out loud. For those of you who have never written a script before, at any time you make a change to a page, it affects 5 other pages minimum. Like there's no time where you change a scene where it wouldn't be enhanced if you changed another scene or another thing in a good script, because all scenes affect other scenes. So hearing that they're banking on reshoots because they started filming when this script was not finished is one of the most concerning things you could ever hear about a movie of this scale. It means that they started shooting scenes that they thought were good concepts that would fit into a movie, or they're phrasing it a little strangely, and really they had the entire script finished other than the final post credit or whatever, and they're just doing normal reshoots. But to me, this sounded like they're planning on extensive reshoots on the count of the fact that they did not have their script done.
Oh man, I'm so glad to finally talk to you guys about Cash App. I've been using Cash App forever, and now I get to talk to you guys about it. Don't worry, it's very easy, fast to sign up. Do you even know how much interest your money is earning you in your bank account right now? Well, let me tell you some stuff. Cash App can do way more than you think to make your money work for you. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can earn up to 4% annual interest on your savings. There's no hidden fees, no minimum balance requirements. Also, you can hit your saving goals even faster by turning on the Roundups feature on your Cash App card. With Roundups, every purchase you make using the card is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and that spare change is automatically put into your savings. Don't let your money sit around and gather dust. Make it work for you. Take advantage of high interest savings on Cash App today. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code and earn some additional cash. For real, just download the Cash app, use our exclusive referral code Kristian in your profile, send $5 to a friend. Within 14 days, you're going to get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partner. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC, direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosure. Interesting. I didn't get that out of that, Mike, that they were counting on the shoots, but it actually very well might be right. I didn't get that. I just got that maybe that they're done shooting, and obviously they'll go through the editing process. They'll look, and if they have to film certain things, but there is, maybe Roxy's right. Maybe that this is something where they're like, look, we've shot everything we needed to shoot. We're going to do reshoots anyway. If it has to be a big, huge chunk later on, then that's what it is. But what did you make of this? I'm curious where you stand on it.
I don't know. I kind of maybe am in the middle. I think from the beginning, this film has been I'm from the beginning like, well, we're doing Kang. No, can't do him anymore. How do we get Dr. Doom in here? We're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back. Chris Evans, I'm not doing it. I wish I would be a part of the party. Now they're seeing he's all buff at TIFF, festival.
He was buff. He was buff for the movie. That's
100%.
Of course.
But I mean, I know they have to say they're not in it, but I just can't stand that stuff. I wish they would just go, guys, I can't answer your question.
Right.
But anyway, that's nothing. Like I'm with Rox, and the big thing with a movie is when you're writing a scene, if it doesn't affect the next scene and the story, you get it out of there. So in the fact that they're writing it without a finished, the fact that they were writing without a finished script or shooting, that to me is like, I can't imagine. You hear all the stories, actors like, well, I didn't know who I was working with. I was in a green room because I had a few days to film. And the fact that we didn't see a single leaked set pick means they're shooting all indoors. So to me, I'm kind of like,
that's a good point.
I'm like, I love the fact that Spider-Man got ahead of all the press. They showed pictures of him. They did that video because they knew like, oh, we're filming outside. You're going to see this huge thing. And everyone, look how hyped they got for that film. I mean, it's the Russos. They've got my goodwill because I think they've created the 4 best films in the Marvel universe. I think so.
I think that's. Yeah.
It's been a long time since they've worked in the Marvel universe. And someone made a good point when I say that. They go, Mike, but they were working that to build the end game. They built the groundwork themselves. They're coming in with the foundation, the rafters, everything that was already built. And they're like, look at this house that doesn't stand. I got to add on to this house and make a, whole complex around it. I'm like, they were just given the pieces and had to put it all together. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I think both of you have very, very fair concerns. I think they're very fair. And maybe it's because of what you just said that I am really floating on the side of optimism here, where I'm looking at it as maybe more of a glass half full here, where it's like, okay, they started with a script an unfinished script, but they knew where they needed to go. Doesn't say treatment was unfinished, said script. So if they're there going, okay, it doesn't say that, but there is a world, and I could be making this scenario up, and I pretty much am, but there's a world where they could have been like, okay, we know where we need to go, but we also we need to start shooting, and we want to be done soon, so we know where we're going with it. Script's not finished, but we know where it's going to go. So, okay, here's our layout. This is what we're going to do while we're shooting and other things. Okay, Joe, Anthony, whoever, I don't remember who's writing it, but it's like, okay, this is what we need to do. Can you get those pages done? While we're working on this and shooting this, here's the part of the synopsis that we need shot. Can you turn those in that we're going to be shooting in 3 weeks from now? It's not like they don't have it done and then it's like, oh, well, what are we shooting? It's like they know what they're shooting. It's just not certain things aren't finished yet. It's certainly a possibility in a production like this. That's what I tend to believe.
Yeah.
Or
yes,
you push your movie date back.
They did.
Or you wait until your script is done to start shooting a movie. I just think that this is becoming more and more common. I'm with Mike and you completely that I have a lot of trust in these filmmakers.
Yeah.
And so who am I to sit here? They've done something that I'll never do in my lifetime. What they've accomplished is so incredible. So it's not them that I'm questioning. It's the first time, and I've been hearing, I don't know if you guys ever listened to Greg and Coy talk about this, but they're like so concerned about these movies. Every podcast I listen to is so concerned about the Avengers movies. Where's MCU going? Where's MCU going? And I've been like extremely positive, literally up until today. Like, oh, I'm just so excited. And I love the announcements and I love the chair spinning and I'm so into it. This is the first time I've been like, uh-oh, that did not sound good to me.
And also, when it comes to this movie, I don't want it to be a Deadpool and Wolverine,
right? Like,
where
just like,
it was fun to watch.
Cameo soup.
Yeah, and but it was awesome. You're watching it and having a great time in the theater,
right.
And after you look, it's like that didn't make any sense. That movie, what happened? What? Oh well,
What
wanted
didn't
to
make
be
sense to you?
like okay, like. He was supposed to reset the universe, and this was supposed to be the talk going into that movie was like, this explains the multiverse. This explains Deadpool in the MCU, how the X-Men come into it. And it really didn't. And it ended like, okay, they're going off on their way and he's not part of the MCU. He's back in his world.
Yeah. The way I look at it, Mike, is that Thor Love and Thunder was a terrible Saturday Night Live version of MCU, and Deadpool and Wolverine was a really funny Saturday Night Live version of the MCU.
Yeah, and it was fun, but it was just, I don't think I saw it twice in theaters, and I don't think I've seen it since. And I mean, do you guys remember what like Endgame, like Infinity War, like those were, I think, moments that will never happen in a movie again. When like the portal scene and the scene where they all get dusted, it was just like, but you felt for these characters because we'd been with them for so long. And when he's with Peggy at the end, now they're talking Captain America is going to be in this. We still don't know where Steve Rogers is, but we're going to see an evil version of him. That's the talk. Like,
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be an evil version. I think from what
I don't know. Again, all this is rumor. We don't know anything, but I'm like, we don't know where these characters are.
The newest rumors is that when Steve went back with Peggy, that offset something with Doom. So the version that we knew of Steve, we're going to see back. I mean, but who knows? You're right. It could be. We'll see.
I like all that stuff. I wouldn't call it cameo soup, but I love Deadpool Wolverine. I think the studio would be stoked if this is another Deadpool Wolverine on account of the fact that was the last comic book movie to make $1 billion.
That's a good point.
I see no problem with that. I found it to be very cohesive. I get what you're saying, Mike, in terms of its place in the MCU, but as a movie, I just found it to be fun, cohesive, exactly what I was looking for going to the theaters. I don't think that's what this is going to be. I think this has a lot more moving parts and a lot more heavy lifting to do. And because of that, I think that they need to have everything certainly in place. I don't love the idea that they have story in place and then they're plug and playing characters based on which actors they can get, which is what a lot of this kind of seems like to me. Like, okay, so we know that in this scene, we need to move the plot forward by doing this. We don't know which characters we're going to have do that yet because we don't know exactly who we have for what days or this person shooting this thing because everybody's so big. But we'll make it work within these boundaries because that does sound to me like, oh, okay, so you're just gonna like plug and play with all of our characters. I could be wrong. They could really have shot this whole movie. They could have had the script 99% finished, and I could be reading into these words way too seriously. But that's not what it sounded like to me.
Okay. Mike, you had something else you want to say? Or you go?
I do. So at Comic-Con, me and the boys, the Geek Buddies, we all took bets on Doomsday's runtime. Do you guys want to be added to this?
Sure.
So let me write your names down here. Let me get your names. I'm writing this down so we have it. So, all right. Roxy, what do you think the Avengers Doomsday runtime is?
I'd have to look. What was Infinity War? What was Endgame?
I don't know. Like, I would say like 240. Each of those were around 240.
I'll tell you right now. Avengers Infinity War runtime was 149 minutes. So that's clocks in just under 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I think that Endgame was almost 3 hours. But let me see.
Yeah,
3 hours and 1 minute.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And that movie doesn't feel like it at all.
It was
Yeah,
3
no,
hours
I
and
love it.
1 minute. Wow.
Yeah, but I
I
think
love
that also
Endgame.
includes credits. So are you including credits on this,
Sure.
Mike, or not?
Yeah, you just when they say this is the runtime
Runtime.
of the film.
Okay. Go
I
ahead,
think
Rob.
it's
What do you
gonna
think?
be 242.
Okay, I'm gonna write this down.
Same range.
242. And Harloff, what are you saying?
I'm in the same range, but I'm going to go 248 because I think that
Okay.
I just feel that, and if it's longer, I wouldn't be surprised because you just have so many people in this movie that if you want to
Yeah.
give them a fair shake, you got to give them enough scenes.
They have not
Who
even
is it?
that. They have so much groundwork to lay.
Wait, what are the other numbers? Who's got?
Okay,
Who's got
so
what?
all right,
So
so we
what's
got.
yours?
Do you know Jonathan Gabay?
No.
He's with the Friend of the Geek, but he's a executive over.
Okay.
I don't know where he is right now, but he said, "Let me get my glasses." Jesus Christ, he
Come on,
said 236.
Okay.
Mike Vogel, who you guys know from Geek Buddies,
Yeah.
he said 237.
Okay.
Shannon McClung, Geek Buddies, said 240, and I went the opposite. I went the old Price is Right route, and I said 225. I have a feeling. My thought on that was they're going to get this all together and realize, oh, some of this doesn't work. We need to start trimming. We got to trim. We got to trim. So I'm just hedging my bets and going the opposite, going short on it.
And it's just too
There's
many
probably going to be a 4.5 hour version of this movie.
people somewhere. Right. And then
But-
Secret Wars is going to be even longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
You'll see. It's a good bet to have. What do you guys make of all of it? What do you think about the conversation we've been having so far about not just the runtime, obviously, but what do you think about the fact that this movie's going to potentially, still a rumor too, by the way, stop shooting this week? Good thing or a bad thing? Where do you land on it? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know.